Welcome to the enigmatic world of spiritual alchemy. Just as the ancient alchemists strived to transform base metals into gold, spiritual alchemy seeks to inspire a similar transformation within us. It is an ancient practice deeply rooted in history, yet it remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Spiritual alchemy is not about literal gold, but the gold of self-actualization and spiritual rebirth. It's about shedding old layers, revealing the core essence of who we truly are, and achieving a state of enlightenment. This spiritual journey is not a simple one. It is a mysterious and intricate process, often represented as a series of 7 stages. Each stage signifies a different aspect of the journey, a unique challenge or transformation to be embraced. From breaking attachments and exploring the unconscious to refining the essence of our being, spiritual alchemy encourages us to delve deep within ourselves and emerge transformed. Embark on this journey with us as we delve into the 7 stages of spiritual alchemy. The first stage of spiritual alchemy is calcination, the process of breaking down our worldly attachments. Imagine you're holding a lump of coal in your hand. It's dark, rough and seemingly ordinary, but under intense heat and pressure that coal transforms into a glittering diamond. This is the essence of calcination, the metaphorical heat and pressure applied to our lives to break down the coal-like materialistic attachments we hold dear. During this stage, we are challenged to confront our desires, our fears and our illusions. It's about burning away the extraneous, the superficial, the unnecessary, until only the raw, unvarnished truth of our existence remains. It's not about losing, but rather about gaining a new perspective, a clearer vision. The process might be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it's a necessary step in our spiritual journey. As we shed our attachments to the material world, we create space for something more profound, more authentic. We make room for our true selves to emerge. And so, with calcination, we begin to see beyond the material world, sparking the flame for our spiritual journey. As we move into the second stage, dissolution, we dive deep into the waters of the unconscious. This stage, immersed in the symbolism of water, represents an exploration into the depths of our psyche. A place where our deepest fears, desires and unrecognized aspects of our personality reside. Dissolution is about letting go, about surrendering to the currents of our unconscious mind. We allow ourselves to be carried by these currents, to be guided by our own inner wisdom. Here we encounter aspects of ourselves that we've kept hidden or suppressed. It's a process that can be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it's a necessary part of our spiritual journey. The beauty of dissolution lies in its transformative power. By diving deep into our unconscious, we gain a better understanding of who we are. We uncover truths about ourselves that we might have otherwise ignored or denied. This newfound self-awareness can lead to profound personal growth and change. Dissolution brings us face to face with our innermost fears and desires, pushing us further on our path. The third stage, separation, is where we detach from our acquired identities. This stage symbolizes the shedding of the layers that we have acquired over time, the masks we put on for society, the roles we play, and the expectations we shoulder. It's about breaking free from the chains of ego, the self that we think we are, to uncover the self that we genuinely are. Think of it as peeling an onion. The outer layers might be tough, protective, but as we peel them away, we reach the more tender, authentic core. Separation is akin to this process. It's not easy, it's not immediate, but it's necessary. It's about letting go of the fear of judgment, the fear of not fitting in, and embracing our unique individuality. It's about acknowledging that our identity is not a fixed concept, but a fluid one. It's not about who we've been or who we are expected to be, but who we choose to be. By detaching from these acquired identities, we liberate ourselves, paving the way for a more authentic sense of self. Separation allows us to shed our false selves, bringing us closer to our true essence. In the fourth stage, conjunction, we begin to unify the different elements of ourself. The journey of spiritual alchemy brings us to this pivotal point, where the disparate parts of our being are beckoned towards unity. Conjunction symbolizes the marriage of opposites within us. Our strengths, weaknesses, hopes, fears, our conscious and unconscious selves, all are invited to the same table. This stage is like a dance, a delicate balance where each aspect of self gets recognized, acknowledged, and embraced. It is not about discarding or suppressing any part. Rather, it's about understanding that each part, no matter how contrasting, contributes to the totality of who we are. This unification process leads to a sense of wholeness and integration. It's like solving a complex puzzle, where every piece, once seemingly disparate, finds its rightful place, creating a complete and coherent picture. It's in this space, this state of inner harmony, that we realize our wholeness doesn't stem from perfection, but from the acceptance and integration of all that we are. Conjunction brings us into harmony with ourselves, setting the stage for deeper transformation. The fifth and sixth stages, putrefaction and distillation, involve letting go of old selves and refining our essence. These are the pivotal stages in the journey of spiritual alchemy, where we face the daunting task of shedding our old identities and purifying our true selves. Putrefaction, the fifth stage, is a symbol of death and rebirth. It's a stage where we allow our old selves to decompose, to break down into the basic elements of our being. It's a time of introspection, a time to confront the aspects of ourselves that no longer serve us. The aim is not to merely discard these parts, but to understand their essence, their importance in shaping who we were and who we are becoming. Now, imagine a caterpillar in its cocoon, undergoing metamorphosis. It doesn't merely grow wings, it dissolves into a sort of soup, a chaotic mixture from which the butterfly emerges. Similarly, in putrefaction, we dissolve into our elemental selves, our true essence. It's a process that can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's a necessary step towards achieving spiritual purity. Then we move to distillation, the sixth stage. This is where we refine our essence, distilling it to its purest form. Just as a distiller purifies a substance by heating it and collecting only the pure vapor, we too are metaphorically heated in the crucible of self-discovery. It's a time of purification, a time to separate the trivial from the essential, the superficial from the profound. In this process, we are not removing or discarding parts of ourselves. Rather, we are refining them, focusing on what truly matters. We are distilling the essence of our being, our true self, free from societal expectations and self-imposed limitations. Distillation is a transformative process that leads to clarity and enlightenment. It's a journey inward, a journey to the core of our being where we encounter our truest self. It's where we find the gold within us, the pure essence of our spirit, unclouded by worldly distractions. Through putrefaction and distillation, we purify our essence and clarify our spiritual vision. We shed the old, embrace the new, and in the process discover the purity and clarity that is our true nature. Finally, we arrive at coagulation, the final stage of spiritual alchemy. This stage represents the culmination of our spiritual journey, a point of achieving spiritual actualization. The symbolism here is profound. Just as base metals are transformed into gold in the process of alchemy, so too are we transformed in the crucible of spiritual growth. Coagulation signifies the creation of the philosopher's stone, a metaphorical substance that embodies wisdom, healing, and enlightenment. It is the crystallization of the divine spirit in the human body, the integration of the physical and the spiritual, the conscious and the unconscious, the human and the divine. In this stage, we are no longer merely passive observers of our spiritual journey, but active participants. We have absorbed the lessons of the previous stages, integrated them into our being, and emerged as a new spiritually actualized individual. Our perspectives transform, our actions align with our deepest truths, and we start to live a life of purpose and meaning. Coagulation is the golden dawn of spiritual enlightenment, the ultimate goal of our alchemical journey. The journey of spiritual alchemy is a profound and mystical one. We've traversed through the 7 stages, each a critical step in the path of spiritual transformation. Beginning with calcination, we learned how breaking attachments can lead to liberation. Then, dissolution ushered us into the depths of our unconscious, revealing unexplored territories of the self. The 3rd stage, Separation was about detaching from our acquired identities, a necessary step towards unifying the different elements of the self, which we achieved in the conjunction stage. Putrefaction followed, a stage of letting go of old selves, making way for the refining of our essence in the distillation stage. Finally, we embarked on the stage of coagulation, where the refined essence of our being solidifies, marking the achievement of spiritual actualization.